Okay, so this is the first test. That is so loud. Not Boneworks, the music, the test music. Okay, I've had this before. Shoot, how did I fix it? I think I just reset. Oh, and it threw me over there. Yeah, so that's normal. Um, Weird. Well, I guess this will work well enough as a test. So let's exit. Okay. Let's see how well this works. Okay. I need to get my talking voice back again. Okay. Jump. This is a good way to test things. Oh, that's all back now. So. Huh, that's interesting. Because normally when I start up on Works and don't have the headset on, it throws the VR audio here and knocks off these three, and then knocks off this guy. That is very interesting. Oh, it is loud. Okay. Let me turn that down for one. Okay, that should be normal Boneworks. It's about at, what would this be? Okay, so that's a half. So it's about at a quarter or fifth volume for Boneworks. Don't know why they removed this button. That's really silly, but good way to test stuff in Boneworks nowadays is, oh, come on, goodness. White pipes are such an enemy of mine. Is to go outside the map like I did for the April Fool's video. Yeah, I really need to work on my enunciation. Okay. And just like in the April Fool's video, I failed the first time. Okay. I intend that this is going to be a little test video. I intend to put it up today, probably, regardless of what is going on normally with the upload schedule, because I want to see if there are any issues on the YouTube side, if there are any like compression issues or anything, and also if there's any part of my diction that I need to work on or whatever. I don't know why I am out of breath right now. Did I run upstairs? No? I don't know. Anyway, it is great that the first test of the microphone seemed to work. I had loud music blasting in the background, and even though you could hear it before I put the headset on, when I did put the headset on, it's like it auto-corrected the audio. So that means that even if someone's like talking to me, you guys won't be able to hear it, which is good and bad. Good because, you know, that way then people talking to me is an issue while recording. And so that music that certain people love to blast in the background will not be an issue either. The detriment is that you won't be able to hear the conversation live unless I give them a microphone. Well, that's not so bad either, because then I can do volume adjustments for them specifically, whoever they might be. Okay. That is pretty much good to go. Also, I've been looking at frames casually, or I should have been looking at frames. I wasn't. Yeah, this is good. And again, the frames are like really good. Should be recording this at 60. Unfortunately, Wingy, which is my recorder, which is kind of sad because I have a pretty expensive editing software that has its own fancy recorder, but it can only be on one computer at a time, which is really dumb and like ancient. Every software nowadays pretty much is on multiple computers, but not this one. So I could move everything over to this VR computer for recording, but I haven't yet because I'm kind of lazy when it comes to software stuff, because I'm pretty terrible at it. I would say I'm pretty good at using it, learning how to use it, but when it comes to anything beyond simple, what would you call it? Simple tippy-tap. Beyond this, yeah, I'm not great with software or hardware, actually. So if something is on a computer, I will just use the computer because it has the software, and there's no way I am going to burn like 10 hours trying to teach myself how programs work or how a specific program works, try and fiddle with Windows 10 and all that nonsense. What else was there interesting that I wanted to tell you guys? But then I was editing and I was tired and I was like, you know what, let me just put in what I need to put in for these runs, or for, actually I don't really put anything for you guys in Beat Saber anymore. That's kind of sad. So I guess this will be where I kind of talk to you guys and gals. What? What? Yeah. For better or for worse. Even though I guess if you don't want to hear me, you can always just turn off the sound. I also might be able to edit out the audio from the microphone, which means that you guys can just listen to the sounds of and not me. Should you wish. Oh yeah, I found this thing a while ago. A while, I mean like 3 months ago, which isn't much. But yeah, there's this cool little crawl space up here, and clearly with this nice mesh to sit on, Shussle0 clearly wanted to put something here. Especially since in infamous, at least for me, infamous handgun range, because you can't use Nimbus gun, there are some collectibles where you have to climb up in the rafters like this to get. But this specifically, I know, Sam obviously has this great thing. Usually it is, does it have sound? Yeah, it does have sound. Usually this is sideways, so you climb it. But you know what? Let me just show you. That was spooky, actually. That's the best jump scare I've had in a month, I'd say. What was the other jump scare I had recently? I don't know. What was it? It wasn't Alex, because I haven't played Alex in a while.
Attention.
Oh, this is not. Oh well. Can always use more grapefruit experience, isn't that right?
When
I first had
have been detected in the area.
But also, come on. Sometimes it works with Oh, also, speaking of the things I'm trying to show you, these old great things, I think this is the only area that those are in. I know one day, I think it was like a year or two ago, think it was just before I went on my little hiatus from YouTube after getting burnt out and also having a lot of physical pain, so I couldn't really play games like this anymore that required a lot of concentration. But I know that I found out, oh yeah, you can climb on fans, by the way, which is pretty insane. So like, that is climbable. No, that is climbable. Yeah, fans. Not these things. Oh, they are. Anyway, I found out you can climb. I can execute it correctly. What? I was sure that these were climbable. I was going to say, if this wasn't here, you could actually theoretically climb over and behind this barrier. Without Nimbus Gun. With Nimbus Gun, obviously it's a big deal. And I was thinking that at some point in development, there might have actually oh, not this way. That means you can climb up here, because they don't put... That's weird. How in the world do you climb up? Anyway, I found that you can climb into a lot more out-of-bounds areas than you would expect in this game. Or at least than I would expect. And if they put something there, that means they expected you to be able to go there. But anyway, I was thinking that at some point in development, as I was saying, you could climb over here behind the quarantine wall and see Void for the first time. It's really cool that they put a lot of streets into Break Room, because you would see really none. Oh, wait, is that there? Yeah, because that's a hallway with the super cool building blocks for the Bridge of Doom, which would be up here. This is the grabby claw thing. Oh, another thing I meant to tell you guys that you probably already know if you've watched a lot of VR is that I can see down to like here, but you guys can probably only see down to like the edge of there from what I can tell from editing, and that is really not that big of a deal most of the time. The main issue, trying to remember my train of thought, right, the main issue for, oh, and also this thing is here. Remember how I was saying, oh, it's sideways, it's in, damn, it was actually right here this entire thing. So, you know, but I completely lost my train of thought. These things happen to me a lot of times, especially when I'm recording, which is very tragic. Hopping up here is pretty easy though, right? And there's a little thing back here, apparently. Let's see. Oh, there is a symbol there. That's... I don't know. I'm sorry, the symbols don't really mean anything useful in speedrunning, so I don't use them. Because I memorized, you know, the entire maps, I think, anyway. Yeah, oh yeah, so you guys can only see down here, and that doesn't really matter too much for Boneworks, especially when I'm looking up a lot. But it does matter a lot for Beat Saber, because most of what I'm doing in Beat Saber is actually cutting it when it's at that distance from me. And it's a real shame that, as far as I can tell, you guys can't see it unless I change the field of view. I do not want to change the field of view, though, because, as you probably notice in my videos compared to other people's videos, depends, but I would say about 80% of Beat Saber videos seem to be this crazy big field of view. which is terrible because it makes it feel like, oh, the beats are coming so quickly, guys. Look how good I am at this. Whereas it doesn't look like that at all in normal Beat Saber. So that's why currently I'm using 90 FOV. I don't know if that's ideal or not, but I definitely can tell that it looks a lot more like what you actually see. Unfortunately though, since you can only see like about there and below, you can't see. That's like where most of my slashing comes from, is in that lower portion. But at least the speed looks pretty similar, so it's not like I'm cheating the effective speed where it's like, oh, it's so quick. Oh, look at this, it's 4 beats per second. Isn't that insane, guys? Instead, it's like, oh, it's a casual, 8 beats per second, no big deal, really. And obviously, same field of view here, but here speed doesn't really matter as much because you can tell that
attention, archival staff
with me or rather behind me because relativity and all
that.
that. So if I were to change my FOV here,
feel free to take your time with physics and fire.
These stairs. If I can get them, it's gonna be a great run. If I can't, it's gonna be a rough run. And if I can't get this, it's also going to be a bit of a tough. Yeah, I also use an interesting cable arrangement that my dad and I figured
The
out.
museum technical demonstration
And
is
have been
brought to
trying
you
to
by
find for
Only
guests.
during the museum was created as an educational center for virtual mechanics.
Oh no, it might be a decade. But around 7 years. To try and have a cable from on top instead of dragging it along. Sorry, this is a bit loud. So you can't hear.
Your Museum of Technical Demonstration 2-hour ticket bingo voucher expired automatically.
Anyways, these. What? Hipbox. Hipbox? Really? Really? I wish I could get up here. Maybe I just knew this guy. Nope. Good. And then just climb up. So these were the ones I was talking about in the cable. So, I am playing right now in the basement. I would prefer to play out in the yard because there's way more space in the yard. It's super windy, but there is tons of space to just walk around. Fortunately, this headset index does indicate, which is really sad. So clear out the space down here. I'm setting it about the corner of the basement. Let's see. Here. Okay. Yeah, it kind of is a border actually in the basement. So I'm not sure why. Just a casual here. So I have a very big play space, which is amazing. Is that real? That's concerning. Anyway, so have this big play space. It's great. Issue is to be able to move on the ground. So we threaded it through. Yeah, we threaded it through 4 joists because it was an unfinished basement. It's now a more finished basement. But anyway, threaded all these cables through. And the issue is that when I spin, which I do a lot, especially low-works. A lot of low-works. Alex, you spin it, Alex, but not to the absurd amount that you do low-works. When you spin, the cables get twisted. So, that has been something I've been dealing with. I know it's lame to say, oh, dealing with how poor am I? That I have a super fancy deal with the cable. So I really don't care that much. But it is kind of annoying at the end. This, that. Is it anywhere else? So I can get up on here, obviously. Anyway, as I was talking about, again, absolutely. Yeah, cable, thread through, thing. So, why not use a dogfish? Right? Because dogfish extended and then retracts, extended, retracts. And like, that's great. Mounted it up there with a ton of duct tape, and it holds really well, right? Crouch. Jump, go around. The issue is, one issue is that, what do you call it? The dogfish is one power heads up. So they still get and on that, the leash starts to pull like crazy around here. So, the other issue is if I access the leash, and I can get through here, which is the maximum extent. Crouch. This is the maximum extent, pretty much, of the gaming VR area. So if I did just that, it would pull like crazy and it would pull the heads down. So instead, the original mounting cable overhead, which was a keychain that like on the waist, keychain, you get into the building. They have plenty of those. So I tried that first. And same issue, obviously. So I found a dogfish, but with them in conjunction, kind of slowly, it's hard to show this game where like everything is solid. But anyway, having right? So where I'm standing, yeah, I'm right in the center, which you can't see. But at some point I will get this on camera. Because a lot of stuff beats it, what works, seeing what the person's actually doing is really important, I would say. Like whether or not they're crouching or standing, is important, or whether how high up you're making the line. Matters a lot. Obviously, for beats it, what your wrists matters a lot. So external camera coming at some point. But right now, as I was saying, I just fixed the leash, the hook, onto the power cable that is out there. Fine. When I come back here, I would have a giant loop of wire because the wire obviously is pretty. So it would just have this huge loop. So, but still have mounted the old keychain. It doesn't go that far, but let me do this. Yeah, so if you have the first tie right here at the furthest extent that I can walk, right? That's cool. But then you move it, and on the top of the loop, you attach the other keychain guy. That way, when the first one is pulled, the keychain can pick up the slide and pull the entire loop up from the head. So I don't have to do this unless I jump and throw my hand into the next one. Probably will be at some point. It's right there. But it's a lot better than like before I was saying about my chin. So I can actually, wrap the cable around my neck, which I do a lot anyway because it's spinning, But now I can spin I sound, by the way. Better or worse. My first channel was a 2D gaming channel, and I talked a lot on it, and I got about breath because, you know, 7,000 feet above sea level, but also I'm not so I need to get that kind of YouTuber voice back, and also I need to listen to myself and not absolutely hate how I sound again. So that'll be interesting, but there are just so many things during during networking or table tennis as well, which I'm learning really well. Anyway, stuff that I want to tell you, and sidetracks that I want to go on, that which is cameras. Oh, I will totally do that when I'm editing. When I'm editing, I just want to do things, tell you what I need to, and then get it out, which makes perfect sense. So now, with my phone, I can talk things while hours and hours, possibly days out. So, what I'm hoping with this newfound technology is actually for the first unbroken 100% run of works and talk to you guys through it because there is a lot to remember as you probably guess seen either of my practice run-throughs. The second one obviously has a couple of betters, more specific parts of the run, so that it's more authentic to what I want to go through. I've also spent about 3 weeks. Is this slide that doesn't seem okay, sure. I find a lot of scouts in this game, so I was very confused that one just broken screens. Okay. So yeah, recording, phone works, saying things during runs, there's a lot to remember. So something else. Oh yeah, uploading schedule. So, you may have noticed that I have been able to get to 1 video every day, which is incredible. Used to be I would only do Beat Saber, and getting 1 hour a day is actually very doable with my editing style. However, doing 1 day for months, yeah, I got burnt out pretty considering, schedule. So like 4 months in, I was really burnt out on Beat Saber. Not to mention issues that were also kind of so basically, I can move my arms without any issue. Anything else, and including breathing and walking. So, yeah, that was also another reason why I missed YouTube. But now that that's been about, not to have nearly as much bread to move around at all. That's probably also why I'm out of breath, because usually I train myself for 2 years, not to really take the breaths because pain and all that. So now taking normal breaths again, plus 7,000 feet of those means that cardio is going to be a bit I'm glad to do it. Yeah, in some point in the future, not guaranteed, but I'd really like to have an excerpt to have one of my closer ones and show basically how I play Beat Saber, because if you don't play Beat Saber, I hope you wouldn't expect me to play it. Okay, slash, you know, that kind of stuff. No, that's not what I do. What I do is I'm a lot closer to other demonstration like this, which is kind of difficult to explain even here in home. So now once you have an external camera, get out a sword and say, okay, this is how you know by the sword, this is how you play music, which is really basic. This section with our fingers moving in and out as well. Oh yeah. Rambling continues, which means now I must talk about that's fine. Maybe I'll just say things over here, because this is the volume test anyway, which means that anything without readings, like that's all, but that's good. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, so this means that I can talk to you and you can hear me, which, again, benefit, detriment, up to you, but I think that the information that I'll be giving will make for far more interesting videos, which is without any extra editing cost, which is extremely very efficient. So, tested out very loud music, you guys could hear it, but then when I had a headset on and started talking, it was much lower. Oh, you're not doing this volume. It's going to change volume, try and match it, but yeah, it was much quieter. Oh, this is more sound. Why? I know the pan now. Yeah, so it's like about that sound. Which is not great, but it was super loud. So that's really good. I also tried the hammer, screwdriver. And that this hammer against wood. For some reason, me talking about maybe half a meter away, it's just I can't snap this game. Anyway, which is gone. So that, as I said before, that means that someone can talk to me and it won't absolutely destroy the video. Excellent. And I can go and post and take out noise, issue with noise things. Beat Saber really messes with stuff. Ping Pong also kind of messes with stuff because they equalize things. The music is really loud and actually puckball it becomes really soft, so that's not really I guess just normal sounds amplified a ton. That would be, which is not good because a lot of times in life, giving things back to like super jump, I'm on something, whatever, and I really don't want to have like super loud sound every time I move something. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this test video of Minecraft. First we got 60 frames per second finally, and now audio from myself. So I think that'll be it. Assuming I can find the proper thing. Sure, let's just do it this way.